Imperial Japan trying to show the colonial world that they can play with them and they can be one of the big dogs.
Hawaii before the European influence was like Japan culturally. And the biggest one was the collective thinking, which was sort of diluted by Western influence. What do you think is like the biggest overlap?
Yeah, I'm part Japanese. My grandpa was 442nd, that generation.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's that collectivist teaching. Then when I talk about bringing back the village, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like that idea that we all in together, and when we're only looking out for ourselves, there's something called, philosophers will call it a tragedy of the commons. Okay, what happens to the lake then? What happens to the things that we all share? We can be better off as individuals, but ultimately we all lose. I think Japan is interesting because it gets put on a pedestal in a lot of ways, but it also has like a really dark history.
Oh, you talking about war? Or you talking
yeah, I'm talking about war. I'm talking about
yeah.
Korea, China, because I'm also Chinese. The Philippines, what they did to the Philippines, that was Japan, Imperial Japan trying to show the colonial world that they can play with them and they can be one of the big dogs. It turned out to be really violent and really horrible, but that was also a Western influence on them. But that needs to be said because every time I say anything like super positive about Japan, you have like the Filipinos that be like, whoa, calm down.